Welcome to PyanGo's Budgetary Control, and I want to thank Tipalti for the opportunity to sponsor this event. We were founded in 2012 with a focus and mission of building advanced accounting solutions on top of the NetSuite platforms. What that means is that we're 100% integrated with NetSuite, integrated at the data level, at the security level, and at the user experience level. Our budgetary control solution controls billions of dollars, as well as hundreds of thousands of budget line items with organizations across the world and various industries, software, nonprofit, retail, etc. We cover a lot of industries. So you need to have spend control to avoid any kind of cash flow gotchas. What if some rogue department orders some supplies that may not be needed? Maybe they're interested in holding a foosball tournament and order a bunch of foosball tables and then haven't thought really about social distancing. So now we can't do the foosball tournament. Are you going to be able to catch that before purchase orders and vendor bills have been created? And so you need to have full visibility into all spending, yet be able to delegate that spending to cost centers and have automated controls to check those types of rogue purchases. Once you implement budget control, you can foster a partnership between various cost centers and the financial planning organization within your company. That can identify maverick spending as well as eliminate any kind of duplicate effort that might pop up with extra purchase orders or invoices being created. So PyanGo's budgetary control provides this type of real-time insight. For example, you can establish a revenue and expense forecast for a project. As expenses roll in on the project, these are then controlled by PyanGo. So when you calculate a net profit per project, you can be sure that your original expense budget is not overspent. That's going to contribute to your bottom line. So if you're making sure your bottom line is good, then you can focus on your revenue side to ensure your project's profitabilities. This increases overall procurement governance. It increases data quality because now only allowable expenses can really be charged throughout your procurement process. And that results in a proactive approach to managing your spend. So some key features, we enforce budget checks throughout the procurement process, and this enables other processes such as expense reporting and journals. So we cover all expense-related transactions. The traditional budget to actual report is enhanced with the inclusion of encumbrance or commitment data. We can reduce errors because, again, when a transaction is entered, it is budget checked to make sure that it is a valid combination of, say, account, department, maybe location. We handle a variety of complex budget scenarios, such as multi-level budgeting. Maybe I want to be able to budget a certain dollar amount at each individual department, but a roll-up to the parent level department, and I might want to control at that level. So we can handle both sets of budgeting. We can budget for CapEx projects, as well as your operational expenditures. We handle custom segments that you might use within NetSuite. So it's a very robust set of features. Let's take a quick look at the way PyanGo budget control works. When a transaction is raised here on the bottom of the screen, if it is over budget, you will get an over budget pop-up or indicator telling the user that they've exceeded their budget and the specific combination of segments that are being used. We can either control this, which would force the user to revise the amount before saving the transaction, or allow for a warning mode, and that would then tag the transaction as being over budget, and that could then be routed through workflow. And once that transaction is saved, we will track the committed amount. In fact, what we do is we actually track 3 different buckets of information on a budget ledger. So we maintain this budget ledger for each line item in your budget, and we track the committed or unapproved amount, the obligated or approved purchase order amounts, and then finally your invoiced or fully expensed amounts. That provides a wide range of analysis that you can then do, and we can leverage NetSuite reporting to be able to support that. So we can take that information and surface it on the NetSuite homepage or dashboard and show maybe a list of budget lines that are approaching a threshold, or show a KPI indicator, or in the bottom right here, we can show a chart based upon department or location. You can slice the data in a wide variety of ways. We can also take advantage of NetSuite's budget analytics tool and show the budget data. So we can show this transaction by transaction and show what's committed, expensed, and see that full history. In the past, you might have to export that data to Excel and then work at pivot tables in Excel, but now we can do that all within the NetSuite platform. I want to thank everyone for listening in on PyanGo's Budgetary Control. Make sure to follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube.